Writing is one of the best ways to communicate. We write to inform, to explain, or to send a message. When writing, there are a lot of things that we have to avoid because those things send wrong messages or wrong impression from the intended message. These things take away the value of our writing. During the examination, these things make us lose marks. So please pay attention and make sure that you do not include those in your writings.
Number 1, you must avoid profanity. These are explicits, swear, oaths, and any other shocking words. Although these are in most cases used to offend or insult, they can also be used to express strong feelings of all kinds and as a general intensifier. But it's best if you avoid them. Let us look at explicit. This is an information which is clearly stated, leaving nothing to be implied. It includes nudity and violence. Nudity means nakedness. Nakedness. And violence is distraction. If you are talking about the day you'll never forget and you are going to include nakedness in that, just avoid it. Let us move on to swearing. Any word that has the potential to offend, crossing a cultural line into a taboo territory, is a swear. Any word that you don't use at home, do not use it in your writing because it will send a wrong impression. Swearing takes away peace of others. You wouldn't want to swear in an essay. These words include the F word. I remember a learner who wrote that she respected her friend, but now she has turned into a whore. That is a bad word. Try to avoid all these words because they show the character of the writer, and we are saying that you are the writer. What message are you sending across? Please avoid all those bad words. There's what is called oaths. Do not make oaths in your writing. An oath is a formal promise, especially a promise to be loyal to a person or a country. In most cases, this is done in the court of law. When you are writing, you are not in the court of law. You are expressing your views. So it is so boring. Write to express your views, not to make oaths. It's so boring when you make an oath in your writing. There are some learners who want to start their essays, for instance, saying, I swear that the information I'm going to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So teacher, please understand me, or so help me God. This is so wrong. No one is going to crucify you, so please avoid it. As a good writer, you must also try by all means to avoid any other shocking words. You are not writing to shock people, but you are writing to put your message across in a very clear manner. When writing, we must also try to avoid being vague or using vague words. Words such as people, stuff, everybody, things, everyone, and so many others are so vague. They do not give any meaning. They take away the meaning of our writing because the writing sounds empty. Let us look at this paragraph. Our culture is changing every day. Things have really changed. The change is everywhere and everyone can feel it. The stuff we are buying now are different from what our culture approves. People do things differently. This paragraph is vague, it's empty. Now let us look at this one. Culture is changing every day. The changes are seen through the clothes we all wear now. There's a big distinct or difference between our current dressing code and that of our elders. Each of us is chasing fashion and branded clothes, whereas people of long ago concentrated on wearing animal skin. Now this paragraph makes sense because you are sending the message. You did not use words such as things, everyone, and many other empty words. Number 3, we must try by all means to avoid jargon. Jargon is a vocabulary or terminology used by a particular professional, technical, or group that's hard to understand for people outside the group. The way you talk to your friends, the way you talk to people of your culture, those words which are not similar when you are talking to a person of a different culture, bring miscommunication. It's a very big language barrier. Do not use jargon because what you mean might not be of the same understanding to me. For instance, the plumbers have a list of words such as elbow. Elbow and snakes in plumbing mean something different. So please avoid jargon. For instance, in medical terms, somebody can say assumed room temperature. This means that an individual has died. The word beat might mean an officer's parole area. I'm on the beat or I'm on beat. Berries and cherries refer to the lights on top of a police car in a different department. You know berries and cherries as fruits. Code 8 means officer needs help immediately. Code 11, the individual is at the scene of the crime. In education, we have a term CAS, C-A-S-S sheet, where we record marks. In medical terms, this means something different. You must also avoid slang. Slang is a specific word or words or phrases that have a cultural definition that is different from the literal definition. Friends use their own words that they have formulated. All these words cause barriers in your writing because if you do not use formal language, that means that you are not going to make the reader understand. Young people have formulated their own ways of talking, their own words, to the extent that if you are listening, you may not even understand. For example, somebody can say, I'll keep my cool, or keep your cool, man. You are not talking about the temperature. You are saying that you'll stay calm under pressure. When you are under pressure, you'll keep your cool. Now, if you are writing that, I'm just keeping my cool, in the essay, it might not be as clear as when you say, I tried to control myself. Words such as dude, ain't, kid, bail, and creme, which means study, might not mean the same thing to the reader. So use formal language, a language or words which you understand and which you are sure that the reader will also understand without any doubt. Right now you'll hear somebody saying, he's a god. A god is a very important or impressive person. Just because that man bought you an ice cream or he took you out, then you are going to say, our principal is a god. Nobody understands what you mean. The LOL for laugh out loud. Wanna, I wanna be with you. Check out. Check out is slang for look at. So please avoid slang in your writing. Do not write to gain sympathy. In the exam room, you are writing to score good marks. So, if you were raped, mistreated, you are suffering, or you are an orphan, you cannot be helped during the examination. You need to report this to the right offices. If you write this in your examination, you are actually not going to get prompt help or assistance because you are writing to the wrong department. If any of this happens to you, go to your teachers and report. They will direct you to the correct offices. Do not wait until the examination because this will be a wrong timing. You will be communicating, but you will not get assistance at the right time. When writing, you must also try to avoid exaggerations. There are people who are confusing exaggerations with creative writing. You exaggerate when you overemphasize something to cause a more effective response in the reader. The following essay is full of exaggerations, over-exaggerated. The day I will never forget. One evening, I decided to walk to my grandmother's house. My grandmother stays at a village far from ours. In between our villages, there is a thick forest that most people are scared of crossing. As I was walking, I heard a loud roar. It was a lion. Before I could run, the lion grabbed me and killed me. It chewed all my bones and swallowed all of me. Ow! People went to tell my grandmother. On my funeral, people cried. My mother regrets letting me walk alone. I will never forget this day. Learners, please. This is an exaggeration. So, where was the writer exactly after he was taken down by the lion? Please avoid some of these things.
Thanks for watching this lesson. Do not forget to share and subscribe. See you in the next lesson. Bye-bye.